Welcome to Hoops Archives, where we focus on sharing real and interesting player stories on and off the NBA court. Subscribe to our channel to help you discover a more interesting NBA. This might just be one of the greatest medical miracles in NBA history. He tore his Achilles in May, and by November, Jayson Tatum is already preparing for a comeback. Meanwhile, Tyrese Halliburton, who suffered a similar Achilles injury last season, is still wearing a walking boot. 6 months, that's how long it took. Most people barely recover from a bad ankle sprain in that time, yet Tatum is already gearing up for his 9th NBA season. Keep in mind, Kobe needed 8 months to return from the same injury, and Kevin Durant took a full 18. So what exactly happened over these 6 months that allowed Tatum to recover so fast? First, he's still young, only 27, with a body in its prime. Naturally, that makes healing faster. He's also built like a tank. For ankle sprains in a single year, missed only 5 games. Multiple hyperextensions, still standing tall. As Boston's franchise cornerstone, he's constantly targeted, traps, switches, physical plays, hard fouls. But none of it phases him. From Grant Williams' bull-like charges, to getting knocked down by Caleb Martin fighting for a rebound, even being undercut twice in a single game by the Clippers, Tatum's durability borders on absurd. In March 2025, Jayson Tatum was injured after Domantas Sabonis stepped under him after draining a three-pointer. Doctors said he'd need a week to 10 days to recover. However, Tatum only rested for 1 day and was full of energy. In April 2025, during the first-round playoff series against the Magic, he injured his wrist, yet still took just 1 day off before returning to play. His Iron Man reputation isn't just a nickname, it's earned. Since entering the league in 2017, Boston has played 580 regular season games. Tatum's appeared in 536 of them, a 92% attendance rate. 8 straight years of perfect playoff attendance, 114 playoff games, until this year's Achilles tear, which caused him to miss his first ever playoff game. Last season, Boston went 61-21, finishing second in the East. But the playoffs were rocky. In Game 4 of the Eastern Semis at Madison Square Garden, Tatum went down with a non-contact Achilles tear. He couldn't believe it, until he was wheeled off the court, tears streaming down his face, terrified that his career might be over. But sometimes, luck finds the right people. The doctor in the video, seen working with full concentration, is Dr. Martin O'Malley, currently practicing at the Hospital for Special Surgery in New York. It was May 12th, the night Tatum's Achilles snapped. Cameras caught him crying as he was wheeled out of the arena. Fortunately, the injury happened in New York. Within 30 minutes, he was in O'Malley's care. After reviewing the scans, O'Malley made a bold decision, skip the lengthy tests and operate immediately. Less than 12 hours after the injury, surgery was complete, setting a new record for the fastest Achilles repair ever performed on a professional athlete in North America. For comparison, the average waiting time among the last 21 Achilles cases in major U.S. sports was 87 hours. Even Kevin Durant's surgery back then, completed just 36 hours after his Achilles tear, was already considered the gold standard in the industry. Every 24-hour delay raises infection risk by 13% and reduces tendon strength by 9%. That lightning-fast surgery became the foundation for Tatum's miraculous recovery. But it was a risky call. Operating without full diagnostics is a gamble, a move few surgeons would dare. And yet, O'Malley wasn't done. In the days following surgery, Tatum's pain was excruciating. Standard opioids made him nauseous, so O'Malley secured a brand new non-opioid painkiller called Jornax, which had just been FDA approved this year. Tatum became the first high-profile athlete to use it, and it worked wonders. No nausea, no heavy side effects. Most importantly, it allowed him to push through 3-hour rehab sessions daily. He later became the face of the company that produced it. Afterward, he returned to Duke and began 10-round cardio workouts with friends. Even before attending Kemba Walker's wedding, he arranged with the University of Tennessee's staff to open their gym just for him, training there during breaks from the wedding weekend. With this kind of training, within 6 to 8 weeks post-surgery, Tatum was already doing toe raises on both feet. Dr. O'Malley was thrilled and said he had never seen anyone with calves as strong as Tatum's. No atrophy, no weakness, just raw strength. That intense lower leg work nearly eliminated the risk of muscle deterioration. Tatum can now handle 15 to 18 minutes of on-court drills, a staggering milestone given the timeline. Experimenting on athletes wasn't something new for Dr. Martin O'Malley, he'd done it before. Even Kevin Durant was once his test subject. In Game 5 of the 2019 NBA Finals, after Durant tore his Achilles, he immediately turned to O'Malley for help. The two were already familiar. O'Malley had previously performed surgery on KD's Jones fracture. Once again, he quickly devised a treatment plan and completed the operation. Like Tatum years later, KD also left that same recovery room with a memorable photo alongside the doctor. But then, this mad scientist took things a step further. He turned Durant into a human experiment. At the time, the standard medical consensus for Achilles tears was simple: rest, recover slowly, let time do the healing. O'Malley completely defied that logic. Just 24 hours after surgery, he removed KD's calf brace. By the 36-hour mark, KD had already begun cold laser therapy and resistance training. No athlete before him had ever dared to take such a risk. But O'Malley's philosophy was radically different from what the so-called experts preached. He believed that tendon recovery required early motion and progressive loading. This unorthodox approach drew plenty of criticism. Many in the medical community saw it as reckless. Yet when KD made his flawless comeback, it became O'Malley's greatest endorsement. In fact, long before operating on Kevin Durant or Jayson Tatum, Dr. O'Malley was already a renowned figure in sports medicine. As a leading specialist at the Hospital for Special Surgery in New York, he also serves as the team physician for the Brooklyn Nets and USA Basketball. Most NBA, WNBA, and even NFL teams list him among their medical consultants. He has performed surgeries on more than 150 professional athletes, the most famous being Kobe Bryant back in 2013. Back then, however, O'Malley was still confined by traditional rehab doctrines, and Kobe's recovery didn't quite meet the expectations O'Malley had set. That experience changed him. He reinvented his entire philosophy, later publishing multiple papers in major medical journals arguing that long-term rest is not the best path to Achilles recovery, that early movement, early loading, and early rehab are the true keys. In 2022, the NBA Trainers Association named Dr. Martin O'Malley Physician of the Year, recognizing his groundbreaking work in years of service as a trusted consultant to the league. Now, his innovation and Tatum's relentless drive have combined to create yet another miracle. But this isn't even Tatum's first one. Last March against the Kings, Domantas Sabonis undercut him, his ankle bent 90 degrees. Doctors ruled him out for the season. He missed one game, then came back like nothing happened. Later, Giannis undercut him again, and after just a few minutes on the bench, he was back on the court. No player in the league gets undercut more often, yet he's only missed 5 games from it. Even the Celtics front office has begged him to take rest days. But Tatum made it clear, he never wants to disappoint the fans who travel miles just to see him play. He knows there are kids out there who have to save up for months just to afford a single ticket. So if he were to choose to sit out by himself, it would feel like a huge letdown to those who look up to him. So 5 months after his Achilles tear, Tatum's already training 6 days a week, all to get back sooner. It's that kind of obsession that mirrors Kobe Bryant's spirit. When Kobe tore his Achilles, he walked off the court and even made his free throws before heading to surgery. He returned in 8 months. And Kobe was easily the most anti-load management player the NBA has ever seen. He said it more than once, "If I'm walking, I'm playing." Because for Kobe, the last thing he ever wanted was to let down a fan who traveled miles just to see him play. He saw the same fire in Tatum, even telling the Lakers before the 2016 draft to pick him. In the summers that followed, Kobe personally trained him, teaching footwork, pull-up rhythm, and most importantly, mindset. When Tatum started showing early success, Kobe warned him not to get complacent. "Don't be satisfied, chase greatness." Tatum took that to heart. Even now, 5 years after Kobe's passing, he still texts his mentor before games. That's the Mamba mentality, alive and well in Boston. Now, with O'Malley's science and Kobe's spirit behind him, Jayson Tatum stands on the edge of history once again. So, what do you think? Will he really make his comeback this December?